can you hear anything on this scene? Can you hear anything on this scene? Yep, you can. Okay. Can you hear anything on this scene? I must not have added the the sound. I don't know. I don't even see where the sound is added to this one. So that's weird. All right. Well, I'm going to check something out real quick. Can you hear anything on this scene? Yes, I can hear on that scene. And that's kind of the one that matters. So I'm not sure why just me has no sound. That's odd. All right, so we're just going to leave it at that because you can hear me on this one, and this is the one that matters. This is the one, the main screen I'm going to be using. So it's got a little shot of me, a little shot of the desk, and a little shot kind of overall. Yuppers, what's up, Chris Colt? Chris, Mr. Chris, the sultry Christopher Colt. That was nothing like that. Kind of sounded like Batman, if I'm being honest. But if you're hanging around, Chris, I'm hearing an echo of everything you say in the background. All right, so it did say that, something about that. How do I fix that? How do I fix that? Let's see. I'm not sure. Then what is repeating the sound? Let's go like this. Remove. Now let me know if you are hearing an echo, because it did tell me that I had my audio doubled, but I don't know where and I don't know how, because I didn't put it in. It just picked it up on its own. So I'm not sure how that happened. So let me know if this changed. I got rid of one of the scenes, the little countdown. I got rid of that. Okay, so that must have been where it was. Yeah, not turning on echo cancellation. No, thank you. It's garbage and you sound like crap when you use it. So I don't, nope. But it's gone now, so that's what matters. Right. Oh, 10 comments. Oh, it's all just me and you and Chris. But again, gonna sit and wait, kind of chill out for a little bit. And then once some more people, or it gets to a point where I can't wait any longer. It went away before I did that? Oh, I don't know. As long as it's not doing it now, because I don't want to annoy anybody. I'm just not sure how it did it. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? So again, all I'm going to be doing is editing a video. I filmed a comparison video today between the Tank 3 and the Tank 6, and I'm just gonna edit it, and you get to watch. So maybe learn something. Maybe not watch and say the hell with this and do whatever it is you're doing that is what you enjoy on your Friday night. I know I can be. Can definitely be. So I've got it set up. I'll go over here to DaVinci Resolve. I have it set up. I already brought in my clips. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this in here. So if not a big deal. I'll have to figure that out some other time, because I think I'm going to do this more often. But I've already brought the clips in, and but we can go through how I brought them in, how you can bring them in. There's a couple different options. I kind of just stick with the same one because I don't know. You can do Well, I'll get into that later. Once we're ready to roll, I'll get into that. So that is what I'm going to do. Oh, I'm gonna lean back for a minute because it kind of bothers my stomach to sit forward like that, but it's getting better. So that's why I decided to come up and do this, because instead of just sitting down on the recliner watching a movie, because I've been doing that for 2 weeks, I'll come up here and goof around. Yep. Yeah, feeling a little better. I went and had my post-op today. They said everything was looking good. The only thing is I had this one incision right above my belly button, and they had like this wad of gauze on it. And the gauze was only there as a they told me before the surgery that they were going to do that because there was a gap where the one hernia had been pushing the skin out so much that it had become detached from the abdominal wall. So by putting that wad of gauze on there and taping it down tight and then putting me in this belly band, which I still have to wear, it would push the skin down and make it heal to the abdominal wall. So they did that, but they ended up having to make an incision there because they had to fix my old hernia repair. And when I went there, she took the gauze off and there was nothing on it. It was still it was bone dry. And she said, "Oh, this looks good." I'm like, "All right, great." And we put the belly band back on and finished the post-op, and I go home. And when I got home, actually I stopped somewhere and I went to the restroom. When I went to the restroom, I noticed on the inside of the belly band there was blood, and like, you know, not like thick heavy blood, but you know, enough to tell you that's blood. It's red, so it's like it's bleeding a little. So I don't know. I got some of those gauze patches and threw one on, and but when I lean forward, I feel like I'm making that worse. So I'm like, you know. But other than that, they said everything looks good and I'm healing just the way I'm supposed to be. So, yay. All right, 4. So what do we got? Chris, Kevin, Philip, and who else has joined? Or are they counting me commenting as somebody viewing? Oh, it's 5 now. So no, it's not that. So do me a big favor when you jump in. And you're watching, if you're interested in sticking around, just leave a comment, say hello to the boys, and let us know you're here. And I'm going to be editing a video. That's it. Just hanging out. It's Friday night. I don't have my daughter, so I figured I'd do this. You're watching, Kevin's watching, but playing poker. Well, that's, do you, man. If you want to do poker instead, I'd much rather poker. I mean, no, I don't play cards. You know what I mean. Chris, I do not plan to hurt myself. I'm trying. I feel good. I haven't really been up here. I think I've been up here once or twice. Once I came up here to talk to Philip. So inside of 2 weeks, I think I've only come up here like once or twice. And only one time did I stay and do anything, and that was when I was chatting with Philip. Other than that, I just came up here to grab something and went straight back to the recliner. I have been pretty much recliner-stricken, stuck in the recliner for the better part of 2 weeks. Not the full time, because I've been getting up and getting around for like the last 3 days or so. And I will be going back to work Sunday. This Sunday. So I got tomorrow, and then I'm going back to work. Blech. I am a little nervous about that, just because at home, if I'm standing too long, I can sit down and lean back and straighten out my abdomen and, you know, kind of get some relief. At work, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not going to be able to sit in the recliner and stretch it out or whatever. The blood thing doesn't sound good. So they looked at it, they saw it, and they saw that my other incisions, because I have 3 or 4 more over here. I think it's 4, but I'm not positive. And those ones had bled a little bit on the inside of my belly band, and she said that was normal. It was fine. That the wounds, the scars were all healing good. So, did you call the clinic and at least let them know about the bleeding? Yeah. Well, I don't know if you missed what I just said, but they know about it. They saw that the other side was bleeding, and they said it was normal and it was fine. I think the only negative thing that she said was it looks like my skin is having a bad reaction to the glue that they use, because they do internal sutures and external glue, and which I love the glue because you don't ever have to go back. The internal sutures dissolve, and you don't have to go back and get stitches taken out. But my skin is not liking the glue, so each one of my incision marks is really, really red around the scar. But even that, they said, was fine. There was nothing I needed to do. She said it's going to give you a little bit of skin irritation and some itching, which I've already been dealing with, like extreme itching the last couple days. Today wasn't so bad. For like 2 days in a row, it would itch so bad, like such an intense itch that my eyes would roll back in my head. Like I was like, oh my God, and you can't scratch it. So I would put my hand in there and just kind of like, just like lightly rubbing it. And that would kind of relieve the urge to itch or scratch. We are up to 6. Again, I'm going to repeat this multiple times. I'm going to edit a video if you're interested in watching my workflow, how I do this, how I edit my videos, things like that. You can, you'll see that here shortly once I get started. And I'm going to just pretty much go start to finish. I actually already started editing this, and then I decided to delete everything and start over just so I could do this. So whether people watch or not is not going to make or break the bank, but I thought it would be a neat idea to go live and just let people watch. And I've got like a camera over here looking down from over here. I've got my OBSBot looking straight down at the keyboard, just so you can kind of see, what I'm doing with the mouse or what I'm doing, whatever. And then you've got this one, this one that has my beautiful mug in it. We were at 6, now we're at 5. Somebody looked at it and said, nah, I'm all set. And you know what? I on this thing, if Kevin, if you're paying attention, this thing that tells you how many people are watching, I wonder if that's because like I'm streaming right now to Facebook and YouTube, and I wonder if that's abroad, if that number is across both platforms, or if it's just pulling from YouTube. I don't know. I don't know. All right, so I don't see too many more people coming in. We're at 20 minutes. I think 20 minutes is long enough to decide whether or not anyone else is going to jump in. And so I'm going to go ahead and start editing this video. Oh, here we go. Okay. So as I said, I've got my clips up here. One thing that you can do is right click in this area if you're using DaVinci Resolve, or a lot of editors are very similar. So you can right click in here and run down to import media. Let me just make sure, are you guys able to see all that before I go too far? Let me move this out of the way. Oh, let me go cancel. Nope, you can't see that. So I don't like that. All right, that means I need to change the screen share somehow, because it's not showing everything that it's supposed to show. Let me see if I can add another one. Nope, I gotta close that one. And then I can add a new one. I'll just go entire screen. Then it should show it. All right, and then we'll get this off of here. And now what I wanted to see was if you, there we go. Now that's what I want. So you can see when I do stuff like that. All right. Again, you can right click, import media. And then this is where you start, you know, you need to know where you put everything. This opened right up to the last thing that I was in, which is my outro and my intro. And so normally I would just click on one of those. On Mac, it's Command, and then I can highlight both of them and then hit open, and it's going to pull them in. I already did it, so I'm not going to do it again. So there's that. And then for my video clips, again, I know where they are. I've got more than just this one, but I'm going to do one at a time and then go grab them. So here we go. We're gonna jump into it, and we'll bring this one down to the timeline. And then what I do in DaVinci Resolve is I have the ability to adjust them to the YouTube LUFs. So I'll just click on it so it's highlighted, and then right click and hit normalize. And then I've already got it set up. Target level is -1 dB TP. That's your true peak, and -14 LUFs. So then I just hit normalize, and it'll normalize the whole clip for me. All right. And then this little space, I'll just ripple delete that and pull that over so that we're starting right at the edge. Okay. Let me go and see if I can see any comments. Nope. Oh yeah. Okay, I can, yeah. And nobody's made any. All right, that's okay because I'm working. So anyway, back to it. So I'll go ahead and go in. Let me turn off the music. I'll go ahead and let me know if you can hear this. It's scrubbing. So let me know if you can hear that. If there's anybody still paying attention, let me know if you can hear that noise. I'm just curious if you're going to hear all the audio that's coming from this. Why does it keep going over there? All right. And then the first thing I do is I slap on my little zoom in thing that I like to put on the beginning of all my videos, and then I'll shorten it up just a little so that it's not too long. And I'll look at it and make sure it's how I want it. It looks good to me. And then I'll move on from there. Okay, just checking. Nope, can't hear it. Can you hear? I'm going to hit play. Oops, what is that thing doing? Get over here. Let me know. The video's playing. Let me know if you can hear it. If you can't, I want to figure that out. Can't hear scrubbing. Okay. Let's see. That was weird. See. It's like a, where is my... There it is. OBS. Oh, that would be why, because I have screen capture. Let me go like this. DaVinci. All right, and then move this down here so you don't have to see it. Okay. Now, let me look. Now you should be able to hear it. Let me know in the thing, in the chat, and let me know if you do hear it now. You still don't? You should, because it's showing up in my Roadcaster. All right, I'm getting right to the point where I'm going to make a cut. And then I'll make my cut. And that right there is where I'm going to drop in my intro. So I'll highlight that, and then I got a nice little button in DaVinci Resolve right here that as long as I've got my playhead sitting where I want it, when whatever I highlight up there, it's going to pop it right in. Again, you don't have to hear it. I just wanted you to. I'll see if I can figure it out. That's not helping, Phil. I was legit trying to figure it out. I know if you can't hear it, you can't hear it. Let's see. All right. So the intro's in. I don't need to do anything else to that because I've pretty much got it set the way I want it. It tapers in and tapers out. I can't see it either. What? Okay. Let me find out why. Let me find out why. Oh, huh? What the hell? What the hell? Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. All right. Let me get that right there. Yeah, that works. Oh, hey, it snapped in there nice and neat. That'll work. All right, so it should be fixed now. It should show. But I'm not gonna fret over the fact that you can't hear it, but I do want to figure that out. So anyway, got the intro done. All right, and then I'll come over and start trimming up the next segment. Get that cough out of there. And then we should be good right there. Yep, that's good. So this is just the part where it's kind of boring. So right here is an So I'm going to take that out of there. That works for me. So does it seem drab without the music playing in the background? Chris, let me go back. Now I see the video, the workspace. Chris, let me know if if you can see everything now. You should see everything now. I can see it in the live preview. There's another let's get that out of there. You do the same thing? Yeah. Yeah. I do to a certain extent. There is times where I leave them in. Sometimes I set them too close to something else so they won't go away. And then sometimes I want them there just because they kind of make it natural. They make it seem real. So I leave them in, if they fit. If they fit properly, I'll leave them in, even though, everybody says, you don't want all that. I do. I want it to be as authentic as possible, but I also don't want a whole bunch of them because it's like, And then right there, I stop for a little bit. Okay, we'll keep moving along. I really wish I could figure it out, how to make it to where you hear it. Kevin, I know you're playing poker, but if you hear me, how do I get my screen share to play the audio that's being played on that screen? Let me know. Let me know. And then we can, because like that's kind of part of the fun, you know? You get to hear me going. Let's see. Make this a little bigger. Settings. Audio. So see, it shows that thing again. Please note that 2 layers of audio. I didn't put 2 layers of audio. I don't know what you're talking about. Nope. I don't know what else to do to get the audio in there. It should be doing it as far as I'm concerned. Let me try this one more time. Let me try something different. So we've got Chrome tab. I don't want that. Window or entire screen. What if I go window? So I already did that once. I did DaVinci Resolve and it didn't work. So I went with entire screen. Yeah, I don't know what else to do because you guys had no sound. Let me try it again. All right. So it's back. And let me know if you hear anything. You should. It's because I'm actually sharing the entire application, so it should be everything that comes with that, you know, sound, visuals, and it's not. It's not. Console EVMux is sharing a window. Stop sharing. I don't know what that's for. Still can't hear it? Okay. What do you mean, Chris, when you say that sound pretty cool, Phil? Oh, doesn't the studio version of Resolve have an AI remover? If they do, I haven't found it or figured that out yet. I'm not saying they don't. I know they have a lot of features. I don't know all of it. It's a lot to learn. I know a lot of it, but not all of it. Or, yeah. I know. I think I just said I don't know a lot of it. I don't know all of it. I know a good amount, but not all of it yet. So I'm going to continue on because it really doesn't matter. I just think it would be cool if you could hear it instead. I'm reading your comment, Phil. Yeah. So I've made videos like that where they were jumpy, but it was my intention to. I wanted them to be quick, you know, like snappy, upbeat, high energy. And so I've done that where I pretty much cut out everything. You know, I just left a little tiny bit of head and tail room between each clip. And it just, you know, goes real fast. It goes by real quick. That's what I do when I'm intending to. But if I don't want that effect, if I want the you know, the authentic effect, the like, you know, this guy's really just sitting here talking to us, telling us all about this stuff, I'll leave some stuff in. But whenever I've got like a space of silence and then an and then a space of silence, I'll usually take those out because that's just, you know, 1 second to 2 seconds of nothing, and that's kind of boring. I do leave it in. Like right now, I'm not whenever I switch between one microphone or the other, I'm not taking that out of there. I'm just leaving it in there. I'm going to have to take this flannel off, man. I am hot in here. See, right here, I want to take this out. I did earlier. It just didn't make sense. Right to there, I think. Yep. You could do like the ad lib thing. You ever seen some of those? The sports ones are freaking hilarious, dude. Oh my god. Where the football players on a game are saying whatever they're saying, and some dude took recordings of it and made up words for what they're saying. So it's just, they're hilarious. All right, so like right here, there's there's a little bit of space before it and after it, but the way it sounds and the way it flows, I'm going to leave it in there. And like right here, this little section right from here to here, I was trying to say no processing and I kept messing it up, but I'm going to leave it in there. I'm not taking that out. And this is a long gap, so I'm definitely going to pull that out of there. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but on the screen down here, there's a little, almost like a little dot. My cursor's wanting to change. Little dot right before my like main dialogue starts. That's a spit noise. So whenever I can remove those, I'll remove those. Like a mouth click. Got that out. So you can't hear it. I'm listening. I'm listening to how it sounds. It's sped up, but I'm listening for mistakes. If I find bad ones, like a cough or a sneeze or something, then I'm going to take that out. All right, so this, I'll give it a little space. And so that's another thing I do is sometimes I'll come to where I want to make a cut. And before I make that cut, I'll arrow over 2 to 4 frames to give myself a little buffer after that, just so that I don't cut it off too short. And then after I make a cut, I always go back, instead of just like starting from where I was, I'll go back a few frames, sorry, and listen to how it flows, how the two clips flow together, because do I need to change something? Do I need to fix something? Things like that. Don't cut out the comedy. Correct the mundo. Got to leave in the comedy. Yep, taking that out of there. There's some ums that just got removed and a couple of mouth click sounds. All right, right here is where I'm switching from one mic to the next, so I'll take that big gap out. I'm going to cut out another And it's funny, too, after you do this enough, you start to, like, visually know where the ums are by the shape of the audio file, by the shape of the wave file. It's kind of funny. Or kind of neat. Not funny, really. It's just neat. There's a clear in the throat. So we'll get that out of there. That's the end of that one. So now I need to bring in my next clip, which is USB mode on both of those microphones. So I've already got my movies file open. That's where everything goes to on a Mac. If you don't change it, it'll go right to your movies file. Ugh. All right, let's see. What's that? Okay. Oops. I don't want that one yet. What? All right, so that's the end. Here we go. Here is the USB mode clip. So I'm going to bring that right straight to the timeline, so I don't got to figure out which one it is up here. And then I'll go ahead and do my normalization. So I'll go ahead and do that and get the audio normalized, and then I'll start editing that. Bring it in. Oh. Let's go ahead and try that. There's a whole section of kind of useless shit right there, so I'm just going to get rid of it. That's no good. I had to start over. All right. Okay. So if I noticed that we lost a couple people, we just gained another one. If you don't know already, we are editing a video. That's just what I'm doing. You can just watch me from the couple different angles that I have. And I'm just going through showing you an editing process. The only problem that I'm having tonight is I couldn't get the sound from the editor to come through on the Rodecaster, so it would go into EV Mux. But I'm gonna have to work on that and figure out why. But for now, it's just a silent movie until I am talking, and so I'm trying to talk as much as possible, but I'm also trying to think about what I'm doing. Oh, let me just listen to that. All right, so right there, I've got a mistake. All right. So I'm laughing at my own shit here. Oh, Kevin, you're back for a minute. If you got a second, drop a message or text me. I'm trying to figure out, nobody can hear sound when I'm in the editor. So I'm doing a screen share. I don't know what else to do because you can hear me clearly, which means you're picking up the EV Mux is picking up my Rodecaster. The Rodecaster is picking up the sound from this, but it's not coming through the video. I don't know why. Let me see. Let me go into here real quick. Screen capture. Yeah, it should be doing it. I wonder if I could add an audio input. Let's just add an audio and go. No, there's no option for like DaVinci Resolve audio or anything like that. That stinks. It should be in the in the thing because I've got like Rodecaster, Max Screen Capture. Let's see. Let's go. Let's move this over here. That's OBS. See, the sound is showing up in there. Oh, you know what? I bet I know why. Oh, let's not go that high. Do me a favor, if anybody's paying attention, let me know if you hear sound now. Should hear like a scrubbing sound. Let me know. I think I did enough to gauge whether or not you guys are hearing it. Yep. I wonder if that was it. Still no? God damn it. Why is it not working? What is going wrong? I don't want that. That's a microphone. That's my USB sounds. It should be working. Nothing, huh? That's so depressing because I see it in OBS. Let me see. Let me look on the Rodecaster. Yep, it's showing up on the Rodecaster. Yeah, I don't understand why it's not There. I've got it all the way up, and all the way up is 0 dB on the USB channel for the Rodecaster, and nothing. Output routing. Oh. Okay. Now you should hear it. Tell me if you can hear it now. All right, that should have been enough. Ah, now it's being heard. Okay. Oh, I knew I'd figure it out. So I had the, inside the settings, I had the USB channel turned off. So that's good. Now it's working. Am I really small on the screen? No. I mean, yes, I'm in the top corner. Like if you're looking at my hand, wait, yeah, this one. I'm up there. No, up there. Oh wait, I should go like this. I'm up there. That would do it. Yeah, there you go. I'm up there. That's hard to figure out. Hooray! Okay, so now we got some sound, which actually represents that this has a much lower voltage output per Pascal. I know I sound real technical. It's just because I'm reciting to you what I looked up. But this one is much more sensitive. This is typically how I'm listening to it until I get done editing. I've got the game turned completely all the way up. Right, the tank's forward tank. All right, so now we're on tank 3, and okay, this is the sound to do. Kind of exemplifying the difference of these microphones. So in this section of the video, I'm doing USB mode on the tank 3 and the tank 6. Let me look at this. Kevin said he sent me a picture. Yeah, no, that's how it should look. So the big screen, or the biggest part is DaVinci, so you can see what I'm editing, and then the other 3 are just my cameras that I have set up. All right. Another thing to keep in mind is the tank 6. So this clip is almost done. It's on to run at 24-bit, whereas the tank 3 is at 16-bit. So there's another difference. All right, so 16-bit and 24-bit. That's where I was talking. This is what I do when I'm by myself. I actually got to take this off. I'm hot. I say things out loud so that I remember what I'm looking for in the next clip or whatever. Come on. Oh. I don't know why, but I am like incredibly hot. Oh. And I turned off the heat. I don't have no heat going on in here or anything. It's like, what's the temperature outside? It's 27 degrees outside. I should not be hot. Something wrong. Something wrong. I'm sweating even. I don't feel bad. Just hot. All right. So now, what's the next one? I'll go ahead and show you, actually. Let's get rid of that. Movies. You should be able to see. Of course not, because I changed it. All right. Well, I'm not gonna fuck around with it now because I got it doing what I want it to do. So I was gonna show you with the folder and how I pull these in sometimes. So, but I could just go like this. No, I'd rather not because over here I can check. Okay, so now we are... All right, what else do we got? All right, back to it. Tank 6, I've got the... Oh, that's too much. All the way turned up. Okay, you can see the difference here. The mic gain is turned all the way up on the Tank 3. Sorry, I'm looking. It's sitting right about where it should, between -10 to -5. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything here, because I'm only at 6 minutes, which actually represents that this has a much plus 3 dB. No, I think that's the one I got. Okay, so now we are in USB mode. All right, I'm just going to go from there, I think, because... Here we go. So it should be seeing everything. All right. Let's pull this next clip in. We'll normalize it. Now that that's done, go ahead and get it over here. Here we go. Should be everything. Look at that cough face. Okay. There it goes. Should be good. All right, so now what I'm doing is I've got the headphones hooked up. Got them hooked up to the Tank 3. What I'm going to check for is listening. So keep in mind the gain is set at maximum on the Tank. I got the I'm going to hook the Tank 3. My check for is listening. So keep in mind the gain is set at maximum. All right, that's good so far. Let me take a look at you guys over here. What's up, Phil? I'm reading some comments. Yes, it's hard to see because your entire screen is too small. Oh, how do I make it bigger? Oh, I am such an idiot. I never made the screen bigger. So, how does it look now? I'm an idiot. This whole time. The whole time! All right. I don't know if anybody knows what that's from. Mrs. Doubtfire, Sally Fields, when she finds out it was actually her husband the whole time. The whole time? The whole time? All right. Now it's bigger. So now it's a little bigger. Geez, man, look, I could have made this stuff so much bigger. Holy cow. All right, let's go ahead and just whip it into shape because Clay's a big goober. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's make these a little bigger, I guess. Why is it not doing it the same? Huh. There we go. Sorry for the silence because I'm over here fixing my fuck up. Why is it? Oh, there it goes. Now it's matching up. Okay. Oops. That's a little better. That's a little better. Let me go over to the comments. Yeah, much better. So, yeah, thanks for watching. or hanging out for a little bit, Phil. I do plan to do this. I think I'm going to do it maybe every Saturday night. I'll just come in here and edit a video if I have one to edit, and I'll do this and just go through it. We can chit chat, and you can, if you see something, you see me doing something, and you're like, "Hey, how do you do that?" That's the point of doing this. That and hanging out. So, yeah, it's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right. All right. Let me get back to it. I feel so stupid.
I think 3 because I have 3 aspects. So I got this with it at max, and if I'm silent, I can hear a little bit. Let me just move this.
So, Kevin, if you're watching, notice how in this scene, in this shot, I have I've got the OBS meters, and the way I did that was pulled it out of the OBS because it'll pop out. I pulled it out, and then I did a screen share of just that little window. So that's kind of cool, right? And then I just stuck it over there so that when I do something coming up next, you can see this the voice meter screen. I thought I had it where I wanted it, but I don't because I want to be able to see it too. See it too. When I go see it too. When I go completely silent, we're gonna see how much noise floor we're hearing that's showing up on the meter. So I'm gonna go ahead and be quiet. All right, so you can see the tank 6 is staying steady right around -50. Okay, that and I do notice that it's tolerable. It's definitely something you could deal with. It's nothing horrible. I can just notice it. It's there. So I wanted to show you. I wanted to make sure you knew. Using these in USB mode, you do have. So I could go into OBS and put in filters and get rid of that background noise. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just trying to. I'm going to try to you see it go a little faster. Know about the different cons. But one more noise floor. Right, on the tank 3, switch over to the tank 6. Over to the tank 6. Oh yeah, we don't want to. We don't want that. 6. We don't want that. We'll take that out of there because that's a lot of nothing. It's a lot of nothing. 6. All right, so now we're actually. Oh, I can't do that. I got to move that to a different pad. All right, so we move it to. Oh no, I can still do that. I just turn it back down. Yeah. All right. I don't know if you can hear it. I kind of want it in the background. All right, so now we're on the tank 6. That noise is only on 6. So notice on this as well. And I noticed it. I also noticed the sound of the monitor. That is a cough or a throat clearing. I do that a lot because I got like that post-nasal drip stuff. That stuff's could be a result of the could be a result of the I'm gonna lean back for a minute. I can feel like my stomach's starting to burn. So let me flip over and look and see what everybody's doing. There's only 3 people still here. Chris, Kevin, and somebody's got it running. If if Phil left. Oh, Phil didn't leave. He says, love Ripple Delete. Yes. I love Ripple Delete myself. Such a big help. Okay. Let me try this in a different way. There. I sit off the edge of the chair a little bit.
Of the stronger header preamps. Go ahead and take a meter and see where this floor lands with this one. 3/4 of mine. The gain pretty much matched with 2 microphones. So go ahead and
Ringing in that. Ringing in that. In that much lower, barely even showing up on the meter. I'll do it one more time, and you can see it down there at the bottom. All right, so there is the differences that I've noticed. Yeah, we'll leave that. These are both great microphones. They've got their purposes. You have one of these about upgrading, and this is that you've got on your car. This is a choice. Saying that you need to. Absolutely not. There's a burp. You need to. Need to? Absolutely not. You don't need to. The Tank 3 is a great microphone. If you're using it mostly, all kinds of burps. Mostly all kinds of burps. All kinds of burps. Mostly, especially if you're. That's what happens when you have a hiatal hernia. Using it mostly in XLR mode. You're not really concerned about all the other, the 16-bit and the 24-bit, because that all pertains to USB. But if you are going to use it in USB mode, I did want to just show you there is some few differences between the two. All right, let me switch back over to the Tank 3. And this is the Tank 3. And this is the Tank 3. We'll go ahead and wrap up this portion of it with the Tank 3. This is what it sounds like. Let's go ahead and take a look at that noise floor one more time. Okay, there you go. That's about the extent of it. Nothing horrible on either side. Like I said, I do notice instantly as soon as I plug into the Tank 3, I hear it fine. Don't get me wrong. I just don't hear it as loud as I do the Tank 6. So there is some differences when it comes to USB mode and the latency-free monitoring, which it is very latency-free. There is no latency at all on either one of these. They both sound great. If you're going to do USB and monitor your audio, these sound great. That is the end of that portion. Let me go take a peek at you guys. Cut the burp. Yeah, I'm cutting the burps. I've got you and my daughter that thinks I should. Kevin thinks I should, or you and my daughter think that I should keep them in. My daughter even came up with this whole plan of rating the burps, like having a little picture of me smiling that moves up a pole to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 as far as how the burp was rated. So I was like, that's actually kind of funny. But I'm not the type to leave that in there. I'm the type usually to just cut it out. I try to be authentic, but I also want to come off as professional, as professional as I can be. But then again, I don't always want to be professional either. So I don't know. Maybe we'll revisit the burpometer. I don't know. But for now, I've just been taking them out. All right, so I got to go to the next clip, which is going to be down here, I believe.
All right, so I don't know about you, but that's
Yeah. And I think that's, yeah, this is the last clip for this video. All right. So we'll go ahead and do my normal. I'm in this habit already. It's like I do the same thing with every clip. Every time I bring it in, I normalize the audio so that the audio is set for YouTube LUFs. And then I start. I used to come in and color grade a little bit. I've just kind of been getting lazy and not doing that, not color grading, because I don't know. It's like I find it better if I just work on getting a good video done rather than making a good video great. I don't know. Maybe I'm choosing the wrong way, but that's what I've been doing.
all right. So I don't know about you, but that's kind of just showing me the differences. I don't really have. I guess I would have these just because of the higher preamp.
This is funny. Look. Look at that. Look at that face. That is hilarious. Does anybody else see that? Make a burp compilation. Yeah, I could do that. I thought that was funny. Look at that face. All right, I'm gonna get back to editing. I just wanted to look at that.
Just because of the higher preamp, I like to use all which can use that. And that's
Maybe we can get rid of that because it's a long space in there.
Down a little bit. Again, I am not
Okay.
on the latest microphone. It's a great microphone. So check over to it. Tank 3 sounds really good to me. I'm not really, like I said, not picking favorites. Just wanted to put the two on the desk and compare them for you guys, for myself, and see where we come out. So let me know how you feel about these two microphones. Microphones. And you can do that by leaving a comment down below. I love comments on as fast as possible, so I appreciate them. If you here, my name's Alan. I do gear reviews, boom arms, audio accessories, anything that has content creation. I'm usually trying. If you're new here, what I do here, occasionally I'll throw in a live stream and a fellow YouTuber. So that's what we do. I appreciate you coming and checking it out. And hopefully you hit subscribe and we'll see you back here again. Appreciate all of my subscribers are what make what I am. I enjoy this stuff. I can't out awesome viewers like you guys. So I appreciate you. Thanks for coming and watching. Until the next video, I am out.
All right. And that right there at the end is where I stop. I usually stop wherever my hand is, like right about at my face. And that leaves a little bit of a mark where I snapped my fingers. And that's going to come in handy in just a second, because I've got my preset outro. And what I do is instead of going like this, I go like this, and then I can line it up with that snap of my fingers. Oops. Right about there looks good. And it just works because, like, right here at the beginning of this soundtrack, I threw in a snap sound effect, and then it goes into this music. That music actually has its own snap sound effect at the beginning. I think maybe all I did was turn the volume up on that one section, because if you notice right at the beginning, that wave file, that waveform is a lot thicker and taller than the rest of these. That's because I amped it up to get that noise. So that's what I leave that mark for. That's just how I do it. That's how I put this in there. All right. And sometimes I'll sit here and watch over and over just to make sure I've got it right where it's supposed to be. All right, so there is that. That is the end. That's it for editing, I think. So normally, this is where I would go and I'll watch the whole thing. And then after I watch the whole thing, then I'll go grab some music. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some music, and let me just make sure that you guys are going to be able to see that before I do it. Oh, I can't. Okay, well, I could change the screen share maybe. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. I'll get rid of the screen share and add a new one with the art list, with my art list subscription page. Oh, hey, there we go. I did not know how to get that pop out thing, Kevin. I really wanted it so that I could see back and forth, but the only thing I don't like is it doesn't show me the comments. Oh, wait, you said I can pop out the comments too. Maybe you can remind me how to do that. All right. So now we will go into EVMux and we will set up a screen share with the art list. All right, so there's art list. So now, let me check in case you've answered me. Zexboo, how you doing, Zexboo? Hi, do you know me? I was the one with the issue with the fine. Oh, hey, how you doing? Did they ever get it worked out? I did my best. I did get you, I think, in contact with somebody, and he said he was going to have them all watch the video and listen to it. So I don't know if that happened and you got a new Tank 6. The Tank 6 is a good microphone, regardless of the fact that you got a bad one. You definitely did get a bad one based on everything you showed me. So I'm hoping that they fixed you up. So if you're jumping in tonight, all I'm doing is editing a video, kind of just showing my process, how I do it, and how I go through it. So I'm going to jump into the music part. This is where I will pick my music that I'm going to use. I use Artlist, and I will pick the music that I'm going to use for the video. And really, all I'm doing is using the very beginning of a song, and then I'll take the end of that song and throw that on there. If I ever play music in the middle, when I'm not like doing a mic comparison like this video, I might throw some background music in. I'll pick a different song. I'll pick something that's more kind of just a chill, laid back background noise song that I can have like an ambient sound to just kind of fill in the dead air. You know what I mean? All right, so let's go ahead and look for a main song. So we'll go to stock catalog. We will go to music and start checking some of this stuff out. Nope. So my typical is sometimes I throw in retro, but a lot of times I throw in funk as my search parameters. I'll throw in funk, and then I'll throw in some like pop rock thing or something. Let's try pop and funk and see what we come up with. Ooh. I kind of like that one. That's it. That's the one I'm using. Doesn't take me long. All right. And then I'll download it. I always download everything as a WAV file. They're bigger files, but they're better files, but I have plenty of storage. Well, I say that and then I run out, but I can handle it. So I do the WAV files. All right. And then let's go ahead. And then when I download my music or any graphics that I use for a video, I will put them directly in a folder that I'm going to put the video in so that I can find everything that I need. A lot of times beforehand, I'll set up the folder beforehand, and all these clips that I've been dragging into the timeline, I'll put them in there so that everything's in one spot. But I didn't do that today. So we're going to go ahead and go to, let's go like this and search for, movies. Clay Allen review, and then this is going to be a new folder, so I'm going to make a new folder. Tank 3 versus Tank 6. Create that, and that's where it's going to download my song from Artlist to, so I can grab it really quick and easy. Right, and then this green one represents my music. So I'll take that and I'll bring that down to the next track below everything else. And then I'll go ahead and adjust those audio levels for YouTube. And those levels are -1 true peak and -14 luffs. For those that don't know. Then I'll take and lower the track volume or the clip volume. I could just do the clip volume. I'll lower it down to like 25, 26 and see how that sounds.
What's happening? Thanks for coming back to the Clay Allen review. In this,
I think I'm going to go a little louder. So I'll go to like -22.
What's happening? Thanks for coming back to the Clay Allen review. In this video, I'm going to compare the Tank 3 from...
Yeah, that'll work. So then we'll come over, and this is what I do, where I have my intro card. I come over here. I get where I'm right in the middle between my hook and my intro card, and then I go over 4 frames. And then once I go over 4 frames, I make a cut on the audio, and then I just drag that audio volume into the clip before, so it fades out and into my audio that's on my intro card. So then I'll take this and I'll move it down the line, and typically I'll make my screen or my clips much smaller for a second, so that I can just run that all the way to the end and get it relatively where I need it. And then I'll go over here and I'll expand this back out and decide where and how I want the music to fade in and fade out or stop. So let's listen to how it sounds at the end.
What I am. As much as I enjoy doing all this stuff, I can't grow the channel without awesome subscribers.
All right, so right about there is the end. So we want to have that right about like that.
Until the next video, I am out.
Perfect. So it fades out nice, and I keep looking over here like everybody can see me there. It fades out and goes into my outro card, and kind of like seamless. It kind of blends in together with it. So then I'll go back and see how the volume sounds.
I'll
for
throw
that.
in a live stream and a interview with another fellow YouTuber. So if you're new,
because the music gets louder at this part of the song, I'm going to go ahead and adjust. Let's go from like here. I'll put a keyframe for the volume. All right. And then I'll go over 1 space, put another keyframe, and then I'll go to the wherever I'm going to start it.
And you can do that by leaving a...
And I typically start it when I start talking about being done with the video. That's when the music starts coming in. So I just look for that spot.
Again, I am not knocking on the Tank 3. Tank 3, on the desk for you guys, for myself, and see where we come out. So let me know how you feel about...
So I think I'm going to go right about there. Actually, I'll even come back a little further. And I'll cut that right there. Get rid of this. Now I will fade that music in pretty far. I'll go really far so that it just creeps up. It comes up real quiet and starts to become noticeable.
And see where we come out. So let me know how you feel about these two microphones. And you can do that by leaving a comment down below. I love comments. I always try to respond.
That works for me. Let me just make sure the
Reviews
volume's
on
good.
microphones, boom arms, audio interfaces, accessories, lighting, anything inside the studio that has to do with content creation.
Oh, I did want to go to the keyframe. Let's go there. Oh yeah, here we go. So right to the keyframe, and we're going to lower that just a little bit.
All of my subscribers, you guys are what make me what I am. As much as I enjoy doing all this stuff, I can't
That works.
grow the channel without awesome subscribers.
That works. So that's pretty much it. There's that. I've got the music coming in at the outro portion of the video.
And compare them, we come out. So microphones, and you can do that. I love comments. I always try to
Comes in
respond
nice and
as fast
slow,
as possible.
not fast and hard. You don't want it to be like that. You want it to be really smooth and slow and just kind of creep in over the course of 30 seconds or so. What did I go from here? I went from 11 minutes to roughly, so I went about 20 seconds. And that's what you want to do. You want to spread that out a little ways. Anywhere between 20 to 30 seconds is good. 15 to 30 seconds or 15 to 20. That's probably not too bad either. But I like the way that sounds, so I'm gonna leave that alone. And then I'll double check the beginning again.
What's happening? Thanks for coming back to the Clay Allen Review. In this video, something you're interested in.
So now what I'll do is, once I've listened to it and I heard the beginning of it, then I'll check and see how it fades in and blends into my intro card.
Stick around.
So that works for me. Not a hard stop, but not a long stop. It does stop kind of short, but not too short as far as I'm concerned.
Stick around.
All right, let me jump over and check on you guys, see how everybody's doing. Zebo. Oh, nobody has said anything. Okay. So there is that. There is the intro. The intro is done.
What's happening? Thanks for. So if that is something you're interested in, stick around.
That feels to me a little too loud. So I already dropped it down. Oh, I'm going to drop it down some more because I think it's too loud.
Stick around. You're interested in, stick around. All right, so
So that works for me.
Two microphones.
So then in all of this, well, I'm doing microphones. Yeah, so no, I'm just going to leave this silent. I think I'm going to leave that silent. This doesn't need to have any background music. If I was doing like a tutorial on something like this, I would maybe have background music. Or if I was doing something about software or something like that, I'd probably have some background music. Because I'm going to be talking into mics and wanting you to hear the mics, and I want you to hear the different sounds, the different nuances, no music in the background, just quiet so you can hear the mics, because that is the point of the video. So that's pretty much it. And I'm staying simple lately. I'm not putting a whole bunch of graphics in or, graphics in between segments. I've just kind of been going with the flow, getting it done. And I don't know, I like it. It's easier. It's a lot less editing. I have two graphics elements in my media pool. So that's two. That's all I got to deal with. As long as everybody still likes the videos, I do enjoy doing the extra editing and like zoom ins and zoom outs, but I've just kind of stopped. I don't know. It just seems to make the video editing process take longer, and I'm getting the same results. So far, I'm getting the same results. So until anything drastically changes, I'm just going to keep doing it the way I'm doing it. So that's pretty much it. This is done. And I will go back and listen to this, watch the whole thing through, and see how I like it. And then after that, There's nothing else left to do. So that's it. That's pretty much it. I'm going to jump back over to the live stream and see how everybody's doing. We have 4 people here. Chris, laughing my ass off. Nope, nobody said anything. So if everybody is pretty much heading to bed, I'm probably going to stop. I'm tired myself. And I've got some Fudge Tracks ice cream downstairs. If you listen, it's calling my name. You can hear it. It's like, Clay, come eat me. So, you know, I kind of got to answer that. All right. Zex Boo, Z Boo, thanks for jumping in, stopping by and saying hi. And if you don't answer before I end the live stream, I was just curious if your Tank 6 issue got resolved, if you got one replaced. I really was hoping you would. Chris, what's up? I'm here. I am getting ready to go. It's 11 o'clock for me. It's probably what? 7 or 8 for you, somewhere around there. 8? I think it's 8. Oh. But I do definitely need to go chill. I am ready. My incisions are telling me it's time to go get horizontal. All right. So that's all I got, guys. I'm getting ready to go. Thanks for jumping in, Chris, and having some chat. This is pretty much it. I was just doing a live stream to let you guys hang out while I am editing a video. So hopefully you found this entertaining. And if you guys like it enough, I am considering doing it maybe once a week or once every couple weeks on a Saturday night or something. So there's that. But yeah, I'm going to get going. Yeah, 8 o'clock over there. That's what I figured. Somewhere around 8. Because you're in the same time zone as Phil. Yes, that's what she said. Come eat me. She did. She really did. I heard it. Have a good night. He took off earlier. Oh, yeah, it's time for a pill. Getting them sharp pains. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. It was just an idea that I had earlier. I was like, I want to go back upstairs and edit. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll wait till later on tonight. 9:30. I was going to do it at 9, but then I was like running out of time because I had some family stuff going on. So I said, I'll do it for 9:30. I'll go upstairs at 8:30 and start getting everything ready. Set up this camera back here and this one right here. And this one, I just had to move. This is my main camera. And yeah, set up some cameras, give you some different angles, and sit here and watch me edit. So that's it. I will talk to you guys later. Let me know whether you go back after the live is posted to YouTube, and let me know if you think this is a fun idea. If you guys are interested in watching this or participating somehow, let me know. I could even have somebody in here doing this with me. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you and good night.